Hey, what's up, y'all? This your man Step, and welcome back to another Vibes with Step podcast. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. I don't know how long it's been, man. I think the last, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and look it up, see exactly when the last time I did a Vibes with Step podcast. Wow, 7 months ago. Jeez, I thought the last time I did one was back in November. So that's almost a year. Not bad. But anyway, I hope y'all doing a good job in life. I hope you having a good time tonight or this morning and afternoon. I hope everybody good and safe and healthy. And I hope you striving for whatever it is you want in life. So me personally, I don't know if I believe in karma or not. I see a lot of people these days talking about karma and, a lot of things going on in the world dealing with certain people. It's karma and all that good karma, bad karma. It mainly be bad karma with people. But I'm like, a lot of this stuff it's gotta just be coincidental. You know what I'm saying? It can't just be karma. But like I said, I don't know if I believe in it or if I don't believe in it. I'm not gonna say either or. I just don't know. So I was over here playing World War Z. It's been a little over a year since I played that game. You know what I'm saying? And it's still to this day one of the best. Actually, ain't even one of the best. The best zombie game I ever played. I said it on my channel, and I stand on that. You know what I'm saying? But I was playing it and I was playing with three other people, just random people, you know what I'm saying? I jumped in the game, and as soon as the match started, I had crossplay on. So, sometimes people who play on Xbox or PlayStation, they'll have their microphone, or their headset connected to their controller. So as soon as the match started, some dude talking about if one of y'all died, well, the first one who died is gay. So I ain't think nothing of it, you know what I'm saying? I kind of was just playing the game, but then it kind of hit me in the head, and I started typing a little message to him, and I'm like, bro, if you die first, I'm laughing straight up. That's all I said. He ain't say nothing else, he ain't respond to me. I know he saw what I said, but he ain't respond. You know what I'm saying? And usually people like that. See, that's why I don't gamble and I don't sit there and try, especially with strangers. I don't gamble and I don't like to, prove myself. Unless it's just a personal challenge I'm trying to accomplish on my own. I'm not trying to sit here and look good in front of nobody. I'm not trying to sit here, and look good and because it's corny to me. I was playing the Division 2 and some random dude, we linked up through Steam and we was talking on Discord and he was talking about having a bet to see who would die first, which is pretty much the same situation with this dude in World War Z. So the man in the Division 2, he was talking about you want to make a little bet to see who goes down first. And at the beginning, I ain't understand what he was saying. Cause he from Australia, and they look to talk. I don't know. They just talk different, and I couldn't really understand his words, so I kind of ignored his ass. But then he brought it up later, in the game, and then I told him, "Nah, I don't gamble, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. I mean, I ain't gonna say I never, played slots and shit like that. I done been to a casino, once or twice, but it's not my thing. I played some slots and I won like $75 and lost that I lost that money that in a matter of 20 minutes of winning it. And so that's it's just one of the things where it's like sometimes you got to know when to walk away from a situation, and in that situation I ain't walked, so I stopped gambling at that time, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just not my thing. Sometimes it only take once or twice for you to realize what's good for you and what's not good for you. But anyway, back to the World War Z, Mr. Superhero man who think he just such a pro, he trying to poop on everybody else. So he talking about, yeah, whichever one of y'all die first is gay. So I told him, hey, if you die first, I'm laughing at you straight up. And 15 minutes in the match, a horde came out of nowhere and just started trying to kill us. We ran upstairs. I don't know where the hell the other, two people was, but I know me and this dude, Mr. Save a Lot. I'm gonna call him Mr. Save a Lot. I don't know why. He was upstairs with me, and he kind of went back downstairs to clear out some of the zombies. He was one of the type of people who, I noticed as the match started going on, he started taking a lot of damage. You know what I'm saying? And I in my mind, I wanted him to be the first person to die, just to prove a point to him that ego of his. Some people just got that ego. They think, they the ish. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes karma or the universe it let them know like you're not as good as you think. You know what I'm saying? So don't put other people down. So he ran downstairs and he started killing some zombies. Then I noticed one of the special zombies, a lurker. And if you don't know what a lurker is in World War Z, a lurker is one of them. It's probably to me the most annoying. You close to doing something important like pulling a certain lever. If you run around that corner without being prepared, a lurker will jump on you. And if you ain't got a certain perk to get it off you fast, it'll stay on you and keep killing you until you down. And that's exactly what happened to him. The lurker came running around the corner, jumped on him, started beating him to pieces. And then all of a sudden, his health bar went all the way down to, you could see just a little bit of white left. And before that lurker could kill him, he quit the match. it, it was some of the funniest, most comical junk I ever seen in my life. That shit was so funny to me, cause I'm like, that's karma. If I was to say I believe in karma, that's what I think karma is. You know, some people chalk karma up to be like, you know, you get back what you get back what you give to the world. You know what I'm saying? If you do good things to people with good intentions, you get that energy back. If you do bad things to people with bad intentions, you know what I'm saying? You get that energy back. But it's also some people in the world who would say karma could skip a person. You know what I'm saying? And it could also hit you depending on somebody in your family. So if your family got some bad karma in their life, then that could probably skip some people and come back to you. I think dude just had a real ego problem. You know what I'm saying? I guess in his mind, he wasn't prepared to be the one to go down. And that's my message, or my takeaway from that whole experience. I wasn't worried about it. I knew me, I wasn't going down first at all. I'm see that's why I don't gamble or bet on stuff like that, because I already know if the chance does come when I go down first, I know I gotta eat that bullet. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not even gonna sit there and entertain the idea of me betting against somebody with some bullshit like that. It's just not gonna happen. But that dude most def gotta feel a little shitty, cause that's just hilarious to me. You don't just sit there and call out other not only calling us out, but you on our team. We supposed to be working together to survive. It ain't a competition thing. You know what I'm saying? Even though me, I try not to do it, but sometimes I find myself competing in that game when it comes to getting the most kills. I try to get number one in kills all the time. But in that game, you gotta work with your team. You gotta look after each other. It ain't a game where you're racing against time trying to see who hit the finish line first. If one of us go down, that leaves three of us left. If two of us go down, then two left, and then that means half the team gone, and then we got a 50% chance of beating it. So we gotta work together. But in his mind, it's like, oh man, let me go ahead and shit on my team and call them gay if they go down first. He played on Xbox. And my thing, when it come to these, like console gamers, listen, I grew up playing console gaming way before I was a PC gamer. Even though back in the day when my dad had that AOL computer, I used to play the little small time PC games, Chicken Invaders, you know what I'm saying, Space Invaders. I used to play like Minesweeper and stuff like that, the CD-ROM games like Rugrats and the Wild Thornberries, the little math games and stuff like that. I remember playing games like that all the time. But it wasn't nothing like gaming today, what y'all see me do on my channel. It ain't like that. I was always playing Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo. I was playing, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color. I played all of them. And I say that to say I'm not trying to, shit on the, console gaming community. But in World War Z, y'all garbage. Like, I'm sorry. It is what it is. Damn, console gamers garbage. That go for PlayStation too. I ain't just getting on Xbox gamers too. But the PlayStation gamers and Xbox, just console gamers in general, they so garbage. I don't know what it is. It's just a different, I guess experience or energy that come with playing, with PC gamers versus console gamers. It's such a different experience. Mind you, I done played with some real, horrible PC gamers on that game. I'm not saying we all good at games. It's some people out there I done played with who, because I look for real, hard working team, team players. People who trying to, look out for the team and get the mission done and not stalling and not being real dependent on the team, and they could get, they could pull their own weight. That's what I look for in a team. And sometimes I done played with PC, gamers who wasn't up to speed on that kind of stuff. Not to say I wouldn't still play with them. I still try to play with everybody. I'm not one of these people that, I play with a suckish team and I quit. I keep playing. You know what I'm saying? Because I done had some other people who surprised me in them areas too. They might start off sloppy and then they end up getting better as time go by. But with console gamers, it's so different. Some of them good. I just got done playing a game with one dude, and he quit the game like at the end of the match, like before the end of the match. It was at the final scene. He quit, but I think he got disconnected. Because I don't know what the hell World War Z did, but they just updated the game and did that horde mode, which I'm going to do some videos on because I ain't never played horde mode, so I want to most def get on that. But yeah, they updated it, but it's been acting so dumb. The game been disconnecting and freezing for me. I mean, when I'm in the game, it run fine. It's so smooth. It look way better than it did since the last time I played it. But when I'm out the game, disconnection errors and all that. I quit the game and then it crashed and all that. But yeah, he was an Xbox player. He was pretty damn good. We was getting the missions done. You know what I'm saying? I looked out for him. He looked out for me. We was just from A to B getting it done. But that's a rare occurrence for me. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these console gamers on World War Z, I'm not saying, because I don't usually play crossplay, but when I do, it is mainly in World War Z, and they suck in that game, man. It's just a real different feel compared to playing with PC. I think with console gamers, I guess they just so used to them first-person shooters, you know what I'm saying? Because World War Z, even though you could play it with, a first-person camera, it's mainly third person. It's such a different experience. You know what I'm saying? I guess, y'all console gamers just so used to fast-paced shooting and, like just like Call of Duty and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And even though World War Z is a fast game, considering it's got fast zombies in it, it's just not a FPS game. It's way different than, the usual FPS or, the usual fast-paced shooting games. It's just not like that. But console gamers just really kill me in that game. They just immature, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes they play real goofy. They'll run off and just do their own thing. They be rushing in and they'll die, and then you gotta save them all the time, and they pretty much depending on you and all that stuff. Sometimes they quit early, and even though it ain't all, prime example, old boy who thought he was the shit. You know what I'm saying? Calling us potentially gay if we went down first. He was the one that ended up going down. My point is, don't be like Mr. Save-A-Lot. Don't be that person to, put your team under the bus before the match even really start. Damn, it's only been 15 minutes. Shoot, I want to kind of keep going. Oh yeah, I'm over here eating mango. I'm over here on my second one. Yo, you might hear me smacking a little bit. I really don't like eating when I'm on this microphone. But yeah, mango is one of my favorite fruit. It's actually my favorite fruit. I don't eat it a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's rare when I eat it. I don't even eat it every month. You know what I'm saying? I think the last time I ate mango was, maybe 2 months ago. My grandma lived down south in the Miami area. And sometimes she would send my dad with a box of mangoes, so she'll send them back up here. Last time she sent a box, man, I destroyed them things. I ain't eat them all though. I ate a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, sometimes a lot is a little too much. As much as I like fruit, I can't sit here and eat too much of it. I can't eat too much of anything. I already don't eat pork, and I don't drink milk, dairy milk. I love almond milk. It's just, I think almond milk, drinking only almond milk and not eating pork was two of the best decisions I ever made. And don't get it twisted, I still use dairy milk to make cheese sauce sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Even though it's been a while, I'd rather, use almond milk. But almond milk, depending on the brand you like. See, me, I like Almond Breeze almond milk, the no sweet, the unsweetened, version of that. Because it's got a taste to me like milk. You know what I'm saying? Even though milk, it's got a taste to it. You could taste the calcium in it. You know what I'm saying? But with Almond Breeze unsweetened milk, it's legit got a flat taste. It don't taste like nothing. So if you drink it with, let's say you eat cookies with it, all you gonna taste is the cookies. I hate sweet almond milk because it's got a real, it's not a bad taste, it's good. What I really want to try though is cashew milk. You feel me? Never tried it, but I done seen it in the grocery store. I done seen it a few times, but I don't know what it tastes like. I like cashews. I do. I like almond milk, but I hate almonds, which is so weird. Like I wouldn't eat an Almond Joy, but I like almond milk. But what's crazy is with an Almond Joy, it's got coconut on it. And I hate coconut. I hate coconut anything. I remember this one chick who I think she was a vegetarian. This was back in middle school, I think. It was this white chick. She wore glasses, you know what I'm saying? Damn, why you gotta point out she was white? It's just I'm recalling this chick, you know what I'm saying? I forgot her name, but she was real cool. She was just one of them chicks on the bus, you know what I'm saying? And me and my best friend at the time, we used to talk to her and just kind of chill. What's crazy is I think she went to another school because when we was on that bus at the time, other students from other schools would ride the same bus with us. It was, it wasn't, I don't know how it is today. I don't know if it's crossplay with just catching a school bus, like other kids from different schools catch the same bus. Anyway, she was on the bus with us and she had this bag that's like clear. I guess it was a Ziploc bag. I ain't really get a good look at it. But she had this bag of chicken. We was like, hey, we thought you were a vegetarian. And she was like, I am. And I'm like, well, why you eating chicken? It's like, why you eating fried chicken if you a vegetarian? But nah, it was actually tofu chicken from what she told us. And let me tell you, that tofu chicken looked just like fried chicken, which is scary. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like eating one of those meatless burgers or whatever they call. I forgot the name of it, but one of them burgers that's not meat, but it tastes like meat. And it's so weird because I like them. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never had tofu. But she was telling her, as much as we wanted to try, she wouldn't let us try. And I guess that's because she knew we was on to her. It was probably really fried chicken. But it is what it is. It was just one of the memories that came back to me. I'll be thinking about the past. Sometimes I think about like certain things I used to do back in the day. Certain people I met back in the day who I probably won't ever see in life again. And if I do see them, I probably won't remember their face or recognize them because they, when you see somebody in like middle school or elementary or high school, they might look different. I mean, in high school, that's different. You probably gonna recognize them. But in middle school and elementary, you probably not gonna recognize somebody. That's like when I was at the bar. One day I was with my boy and we was chilling. And no, I was by myself actually. Yeah, that was when I was going out by myself and I went to the club. Well, I went to a bar and I saw this boy who, mind you, the last time I saw him was when I was in 10th grade. We was at this driving course. We took the same driving course together, you know what I'm saying, trying to get our license. And he was a real slim dude. I tell you, when I saw him at that bar, dude was big as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my language. He was so huge. He was round. How it happened? I guess over time people change, But it was just, and I'm not saying that to be disrespectful or nothing. That ain't my intention. My thing is, it's just crazy how over time people change so fast. I get it. We all got the same amount of time in the day and night. But it's just crazy how he went from that slim dude to being this big dude. He was huge. It was to a point where I had to do a double take. You know what I'm saying? Because I was just in there minding my business, listening to the music, having a drink. And all of a sudden, I kind of turned to the entrance and saw him walking in. And I was like, oh, it's just some big-ass dude. And I was like, damn, he huge. Then all of a sudden, I look back and I'm like, oh, snap, that's old boy from driving school. Yeah, it ain't nothing new. I done seen people from high school that some look the same, some look different. I guess it all depends on what the hell somebody going through because you never know what people going through. These days, drugs, might be some kind of disease, might just be, either they lose weight or they gain weight, might have a baby or some shit like that. For the women out there, for the dudes, they might be a daddy and that, that daddy weight kick in. It is what it is. After I saw him, I kind of just went on with my business and kind of spaced out and forgot he was there. But yeah, to be real though, I don't think I could eat too much mango. Real spill. I think I hate it. You know what I'm saying? I like loving certain things but not having it a lot. Cause I appreciate it more. You know what I'm saying? It's like I have like spaghetti. Spaghetti is one of my favorite meals. And it's something I love to cook. But can y'all guess the last time I had spaghetti? It was like 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So I really don't have things I love a lot, and I like that because then when I have it, I appreciate it. Speaking of spaghetti, I ain't even got a real recipe for that. I got a recipe book, which I'm actually writing on. I'm writing all my recipes in my Rocket book. Not sponsored by Rocket Book. That'd be kind of dope if Rocket Book sponsored this podcast. Rocket Book, it's a I'm gonna just keep saying it until I get that sponsor. No, but real talk, Rocket Book, it's a book I got on Amazon. It's like this paperless, you can call it that, paperless book. Y'all just go search it up and you can get all the details you want. But it's a paperless book. You know, one of them little digital books you write in, but it ain't paper and you can erase it and all that stuff. It ain't digital. These like sheets in there. It's not real paper, but you write on it with a special pen. You know, you give it like 15 seconds to dry and then boom, that's it. And if you want to, if you want to get rid of it, you can use their little special rag that come with the Rocket book and you can wipe it. You know what I'm saying? And it come out. But the only thing is you gotta wet that, which I think is weird. I think, if you want to be real different with that kind of idea, I think they should find some way to make a dry rub rag. Maybe they in the works with something like that. Hell if I know. But I like it. It's dope. I don't use it enough. I was thinking about like transferring all my journal into that, but I want to focus on my recipes right now. And so far, I got majority of my recipes in there. It's kind of one of them things I'm taking my time with because I'm still adding recipes in there. And you know what's crazy? It's like I love cooking. I love having my own recipes, but I ain't got a lot of recipes. And to me, that's fine because it's quality over quantity with me. You know what I'm saying? I got recipes for pretty much any kind of meal. I got breakfast, lunch, dinner, you know what I'm saying? Not dessert. And I think I only got, 13 recipes. I think I got like 8 written down, 10 written down in my book. So I got some left over I got to write, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I love it because I'm still waiting to try other things like Ratatouille. Matt, if y'all don't know Matt Reeves, he made some games I played on the channel, real cool dude. We was talking and he told me I should make a Ratatouille. You know what I'm saying? And I want to make that. Because I like testing myself when it comes, or not testing, but challenging myself when it comes to doing different things in the kitchen. You feel me? Because the way I cook, it's not traditional. You know what I'm saying? I don't measure everything. I don't taste test my food. I really don't taste test my food. When my dad was barbecuing, 2 weeks ago, I asked him, I was like, you don't measure your food, do you? And he said no. And I was like, damn, I'm a lot like my dad. You know what I'm saying? Then I think, because he don't measure his food. He said sometimes he don't even taste test his food, but he still do it though. Me, I don't taste test my food at all. Like straight up. The only time I did was when I made Thanksgiving food. But the only reason why I did that is because I was cooking for other people too. And that's the only time I would measure certain things. I mean, I don't measure my spices and stuff when I cook at all. But I did taste test food for Thanksgiving because when you cooking for other people, you got to be mindful about it. Some people might not like certain things spicy or, sweet or salty. They might like it a little bland or a little flat. Me, I like flavor. I love flavor. I don't want it saturated. I don't want food to be so saturated with flavor to where I can't eat it. Speaking of flavor, I had this Tropicana orange juice. I don't know what the fuck is going on with the juice these days. That's why I stick with cranberry. Cranberry is the best juice I ever had in my life. Straight up. All brands. That's why I had it in my juice series. And if y'all ain't never seen my juice series on my channel, go check the channel. It's there. Real good conversations, real good juice, good times, good vibes. But yeah, I had a little small bottle of Tropicana orange juice today, and that shit was horrible, yo. It tastes like straight vodka with orange juice. And the thing is, I don't even drink alcohol. I used to, so I know that taste. But when I was sipping it, it was cold. I don't know, and it wasn't expired, and I poured it in a cup of ice. You know what I'm saying? and I kind of let it sit for about 20 seconds. You know what I'm saying? And then I took a sip. The taste, the aftertaste was so strong and potent. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, I thought maybe it was just my taste buds playing tricks on me. You know what I'm saying? So I took another sip and I was like, oh, God damn, that tastes like vodka. And I took another sip. It's like, God damn, that's nasty. And then you just keep drinking it or eating it, you know. And I tasted it again a fourth time. And then I was like, I can't drink it. I was trying to push through it because I like juice, you know, and I didn't want that orange juice to go to waste. So I was like, I can't drink this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I put it on the table and I let it sit. And in my mind, I was like, maybe I should water it down. Maybe watering it down to help it. Then, you know, after some time, I took a sip. And you know how, like, when certain things mix with water, sometimes things will sink unless you stir it. But if you let it sit for a while after you stir it, the liquids separate. So I didn't mix the orange juice with the water. It just melted together. But the water was kind of sitting on top. So the orange juice was right below the water, and I took a sip and got both of them, but I got mostly water. And it tastes good. You know, it tastes like watered down orange juice, but for that potency and strong vodka orange juice taste, it was fine. You know what I'm saying? But then I started drinking a little bit more, and then I started realizing, oh man, the water it's not a lot of water in there. And then it started getting back to that vodka aftertaste. And I was like, I just can't do it because I think I'm gonna end up getting drunk off this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I poured it out and I went on about my business. And that's the thing. Like, I don't know. And it was a fresh bottle. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the hell was in that, but it was disgusting. Like, straight up. It ain't taste like just straight orange juice. And it said no pulp, 100% orange juice. And you know, that's kind of bullshit. Sometimes, you know, they say 100% juice, you know, but you know, they mix it with certain things. It's like some of these cranberry juices I make, and they say 100% juice with added other stuff, and it's like, well, what's the other stuff? You know what I'm saying? If it ain't 100% cranberry, then what is it? And that's what scared me, you know, drinking alcohol. Cause I think if I was to take a sip of alcohol, it's been maybe 5 years since I had some alcohol. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had alcohol since I was living in Virginia. These days, I think, man, if I actually take a sip of alcohol, I might die. You know, cause I don't think my body could take that. So I try to stay away from all that. It's like eating pork. You know, when I made a ham on Thanksgiving, and I ate some of it because I cooked it. But yeah, it's like I cut so many different things out my diet that I'm scared if I go back to eating some of that stuff, I'm gonna end up dying or getting real sick. You know, because my body's so used to not having it. Now, even the smell of pork, I hate the smell of pork. Like bacon, greasy bacon, I hate it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just disgusting to me. I'm sitting there looking around this room trying to figure out what to talk about. You feel me? Because, I mean, it's just crazy how it's so many different things to talk about in this world. Yeah, we as people and humans, we try so hard to be specific instead of just talking. You feel me? It's like, I could talk about anything in this room right now. I could talk about my computer monitor. I could talk about my fucking water bottle. I could talk about the types of deodorant I use. I could talk about socks. I could talk about anything. You see how hard it is to think about something to talk about? I guess as people, we just want to be broad as possible. You know what I'm saying? We want to be as open as possible and random as possible with the idea of talking about certain things. You know, as random as I come across when I'm playing them different games and stuff like that, I could make a joke about just about anything, and I'm real random. But in real life, if you meet me, I'm pretty, you know, not random. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think about what I'm gonna say before I say it. You know, hey, you know, before I go, I want to talk about something else. You know what I'm saying? It's about kids. You know, I said this like a couple times on my channel. You know what I'm saying? Maybe more than twice. But I don't care for kids. You know, I did that. Don't care for kids. Don't care for them. But I love kids, you know, and I want to see kids be the best person they can be in their lifetime. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got to say about kids. Can't stand them. Don't like them. It is what it is. But I love kids and I care about them. But I was playing World War Z. You know, it was this kid was playing with us. I was in a group of people, and you know, another one of them console gamers, you know, and this kid had a microphone on and he was talking, or they was talking. I don't know if it was a boy or a girl, but this little kid sounded like a baby. You know, I wish I could imitate that voice, but that's just how bad it was. Like, that little kid had a real young voice, you know, and I thought I was hearing things. I thought maybe somebody was, you know, maybe they had a baby in the background, like a little kid in the background playing, and they, you know, they just had the microphone extra high. But then I heard the analog sticks clicking, you know, and I heard the baby voice, you know, reacting to what was going on in the game. So I was like, oh damn, this a little ass baby playing with us. I mean, mind you, I started playing games at 3 years old, but sheesh, that little baby sounded like he was like 1. In my mind, I was like, man, you know, kids at that age don't need to be playing games about killing, you know, and killing zombies. I get it as video games, but come on, yo. Especially these days, you know, the way games being made and stuff like that. And a lot of these games getting, you know, pretty violent and stuff like that, and just random with the ideologies and the stories and stuff. I just don't think kids at, you know, these days should be playing games with the voice of a fucking baby doll. You know what I'm saying? I don't think a kid that young should be playing games like that. That's just me. Maybe, you know, other people out there be like, well, who cares? You know, it's a video game. It's not going to kill them, you know, but it was just random, you know. And I think what it was whoever was in the background with them, I guess they older brother or, you know, older sister, whatever the hell, you could hear them talking to them as they was playing the game and stuff. So I guess they was kind of teaching them how to play. Cause all that little baby was doing, I'm gonna just say little baby, all that little baby was doing was just running straight through. You know, he was just pressing a melee attack button, killing zombies with his machete or whatever it was, but he was running through getting killed the whole time. Eventually they left. You know what I'm saying? But you could just see the difference in gameplay compared to the rest of us who was just getting shit done. You could see the age difference. But I think, you know, when it comes to just violence and, you know, the real world, I think games like that should be on hold until a kid get a little bit older. You feel me? Until they more aware of what's going on and they not some little child. You feel me? Because not only that, but even when being social, you know, you playing with a bunch of people who trying to get things done and trying to play a certain way. And if you got a kid like that, you know, just running through, you might come across somebody that might get mad at it. Not it, like the child, but the whole situation might get mad at the situation, you know, and might want to cuss the kid out, or, you know, they might kick the kid. Because you should have heard him. The damn kid, the microphone was so loud. I know the other people heard him. But the kid was getting so whiny. You know what I'm saying? He was whining and shit, because I guess whoever was with them tried to take the controller, and he was just crying. And I'm like, who the hell want to deal with that while playing a video game? Don't nobody want to hear no little ass baby kid crying. It's like, go put some baby powder in that diaper and put his ass to bed. And it was so annoying. Like, I was thinking to myself, why don't the World War Z team have a mute button? They ain't even got a mute button. You legit got to turn down the volume of the microphone for all players. And that's why I didn't do that. I you know, I could have turned it down, but I ain't want to turn it off. Because I ain't want to sit there and do that for all players, like in case I come across some other people and then I got to go back in the settings and turn it up again. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I'd rather deal with it, but I do wish I could mute this kid, because who the hell want to hear his little whiny ass? And that was just something I was dealing with. It was so annoying, you know. In my mind, I'm like, he had such a cute baby voice. It was hilarious. You know what I'm saying? He was just like, oh my gosh, the whole time. He just kept saying, oh my gosh, you know, but he had a baby voice. It was just hilarious. But yeah, I just, you know, me personally, I just don't think kids like that should be playing games like World War Z at that age. You know, ain't no telling how old he was, you know, but it is what it is though. Hope y'all had a good time listening to me tonight. I think that's it. I've been going on for about 45 minutes. Hey, karma. Do you believe in it? Good, bad, middle ground karma? I don't know what the hell middle ground karma would be. Like I said, I'm pretty neutral with it. I don't express my do's and don'ts with it. I kind of just let life be what it is for me, and I get what I receive. You feel me? But do y'all believe in karma? And if you do, tell me an experience about karma you had in your life on a good side or a bad side. Do you think kids should be playing games at such a baby age? And do you eat tofu? I don't know. I'm just asking y'all random shit. Just put whatever you want in the comment section. Just let me know what the deal is. And I'll see y'all later. If you want to hear the rest of the Vibes with Step podcast, you can go check the playlist in the description. Go listen to all the other episodes. I got some pretty, short ones, and I got some pretty long ones, but they pretty good conversations. Might open your head up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So go listen to them. Let me know what your thoughts and opinions is on this. If you want to hear more of this, let me know what the deal is. If you got some topics that you want to hear, on the podcast, let me know and I'll address them, when I feel like it and when I get back in this. But I hope y'all have a good night, good morning, good afternoon. Be safe, and that's it.